Recording in progress.
Hey everybody, welcome to Stock Snappers Trading. Thanks everyone for joining. My name is Ron, my partner is Dave. It is 11 a.m. Eastern and it is Thursday, June the 4th. So thanks everyone for joining. We appreciate everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day. And just a little reminder that tomorrow is live NFP at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, and we're going to have a bonus NFP session starting at around 7 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. So we hope that you guys can join us, and we'll see how the job numbers come out in the US, and we'll see how we close off the week tomorrow. So just some caution. Sometimes the day before trading either an FOMC or NFP event can be rather choppy, but so far looking at gold on the 5 minutes, there's a nice double top sell, and it's moving rather nicely. We're going to do a top-down analysis, and we'll see maybe we're finding some sort of area of support on a higher time frame, or we're going to continue pushing down. And we'll also look at NASDAQ today as well. So first things first, I just want to get started with just some day-to-day news, and then we'll get right into the chart. So real quick right now, Forex Factory, Trump is always in the daily news. So Trump says U.S. in final negotiations to end the Iran war, criticizes the House vote on war power. So we've heard this for multiple months now, always in the final negotiations, a couple more days, the final hours, then there's negotiations, there's agreements, and then 10 minutes later you hear bombing and things like that. So just be careful with this news. It's very, very unpredictable. And also just a reminder, if you're holding positions over the weekend, whatever security you're holding, just be aware if any news happens over the weekend, it can affect the way the markets open up and can be gap up or gap downs on your security, okay? And today we had some news coming out of Europe, and then we moved into the North American markets. We had our weekly unemployment claims come out every Thursday, and the number is 225 red. So what that means is last week we had 212,000 unemployment numbers, and then the forecast was to increase the unemployment to 214, and it actually came higher than expected. So that's why it's red, and it's more individuals week over week applying for those unemployment benefits. So that's not a good sign. We want to have unemployment numbers going down. So this we also got to watch the NFP news tomorrow morning, okay? What else we got? So we have Treasury Secretary Bessent speaking at 10 a.m. He could be still speaking right now, have some remarks. And we have for our afternoon, if you're trading in the UK, GBP over here, you have the BOE Governor Bailey speaking. We have some afternoon FOMC speakers throughout our session. And guys, a reminder right here, President Trump speaks at 3 p.m. Eastern. So that's power hour. That's the last hour of the stock market. And we have President Trump speaking. If you click on the folder right here, he's due to speak about the U.S. coal industry at the White House. Okay, so it's about coal, the U.S. coal industry, but who knows? He might go off script and talk about whatever he wants to talk about. So if you're trading any coal securities over here, please be aware that he is speaking about coal at 3 p.m. Eastern, okay? And that's right at power hour, okay? So that's our day-to-day news. Tomorrow, guys, do not forget, we have a bonus session, and we have packed with high impact folders right over here. We have our average hourly earnings month over month NFP tomorrow, our non-farm employment change, and our unemployment rate tomorrow morning, guys. So and then we can wrap up this week, okay? Our day-to-day news, why the SpaceX IPO could be a trap. That's coming out very soon. The Dow jumps, NASDAQ sinks after Broadcom results disappoint. So we had AVGO earnings, that's Broadcom, and they were not good. You can see right now, AVGO, Broadcom is down 15% right now, back down to $407 a share. Look at this, Solidon Technology, STI, it's up 450%. This security was $5, and now it's trading at $27. That's what I mean. Sometimes if you can find some pre-market scans and you can find these unicorn securities, we see on a daily basis some securities go up to 100 to 1000%. It could be literally a pump and dump, but if you're in the money on that, 450%. That's why I love trading the stock market, because there's some big gains. Like you can see here, CXAI is up 75% right now. So there's a little bit of everything for everybody. Okay. What else we got going on? Bitcoin is continuing to plunge. It's down, so it's trading around 64,000. We hit as low as 61,000 last night. We'll see if it's heading lower or it's finding some sort of support here to hold and retrace back up. What else we got going on? Iran says no progress in US talks with more clashes in Lebanon. That's 6 hours ago. So Donald Trump is saying everything is good, peace agreements, all of that. Same with Secretary Rubio was saying that as well. And then you hear from the other side and they're saying there's no progress. There's still bombing going on. So that could be the volatility in the markets. Okay, guys. And you can also invest in MSG, Madison Square Garden. That's where the New York Knicks play. And last night they beat the Spurs. So that was a great game. Congratulations to the Knicks for taking game one. And the investors of MSG are loving it because their security is probably up right now with the Knicks being in the finals. Okay, guys, let's just continue moving forward. Discord, guys, we will monitor this. Discord signals AI setups. There was one that came out earlier, this short on NASDAQ, and then there was a move on US30 earlier this morning. And gold, we could be watching some levels here, okay? And guys, everyone on YouTube, thanks all for joining. There's a free Telegram link. It's right over here. It's pinned at the top of your YouTube channel. You get the links to all of our upcoming live sessions on YouTube, and you'll get our live link for tomorrow's live NFP, okay? And some from the AI trade ideas, showing an uploaded chart of what we're looking for and a bullish move over here on gold. Okay. And guys, yesterday, I'm going to talk about this real quick when I get to the NASDAQ chart. I got stopped out on that second bottom by 3 pips. And then after the call, it ran up on that second leg to the TP of 100 pips. So, man, I should have, would have, could have. I should have placed my stop loss below that wick or maybe below the daily low on NASDAQ. Looking back at it now, I was being a little bit too conservative with my stop loss, and I got tapped out by 3 pips on the double bottom, and it ran the 100 pips. So I hope you guys didn't get stopped out. Maybe you guys gave it a little bit more room to breathe. Maybe you guys got some profit. Okay, guys? And thanks to Constantine over here. This is the first time I ever had someone clearly explain how to do the technical analysis. I usually get lost in tutorials, but your explaining is great. So thank you to Constantine. We appreciate you guys. And everything that we do in the free Telegram is available here, okay? And you can join it by, it's pinned at the top of YouTube. Okay, guys? And if you want to join the team, we have the premium membership included, 50% off, where you get all of the trade ideas, trade signals, the indicators, the deep dive analysis with myself and Dave in the private Zoom sessions throughout the day, all of the education on the website with the quizzes, the courses, the tutorials, the boot camps, the webinars, everything that we offer education-wise, and we do a lot of education here. And also, last but not least, the Discord community. So you get to trade with the entire team 24 hours a day alongside the snipers in the group, okay? Just use this code at checkout, SSTJune50, and we'll honor 50% off on the premium plan, okay? And thanks, everybody, for subscribing to the channel. We do appreciate you guys. If you're not subscribed, now is the time. Hit the subscribe button. You will get value on a daily basis about trading education, analysis, live trading, some entertainment, and having fun with us on a daily basis. We're consistent. We're here every day with you guys. So if you hit the subscribe button, it's worth it, okay? And finally, guys, if you can hit the like right now on the channel before we get started on the charts, I do appreciate that, and it does go a long way. So thank you guys very much. Hit the likes, subscribe to the channel. It helps motivate us to continue to go at this, and we're almost at 100,000 subs, and when we get there, We might have a guest appearance with Sniper Dave joining YouTube. So let's get this to 100,000 so we can start to see Dave come back to YouTube. Okay, guys, let's not scare him away. Let's bring him back. And this is gold. NASDAQ right over here. You guys remember this yesterday? I took the buy right there. It went into profit for about 25, 30 pips, and then it came back down. You see, we closed below that block right there, and then it pushed down, but the second bottom held up right there. I just had my stop loss right below that bullish ignited candle. My fault, guys. I should have placed it below that wick or below the daily low, and you see how it came right back up after I got stopped out. There's the shitty emoji, and it stopped me out, and it started to run back up, close above that block, and close above the previous high, retested as support, came up, pulled back, used it as support, and there was like the target we were looking for to get to that hourly resistance. So that was NASDAQ, guys, yesterday. We live, we learn, but you see there, guys, I had the right intentions. It's just my stop loss placement was a little too conservative. I should have opened it up and allowed the double bottom to play out, and I would have been in profit, okay? But we live and we learn. So we will come back to doing NASDAQ in a moment. Right now, let's go to gold, okay? So we're going to get started with a top-down analysis on gold. This is the 5 minutes, how it's moving. I'm going to start off on the daily, move into the hourly, then finally come back to these 5 minutes, and we can see what's happening. So there was a nice drop, and so far it's coming back up. It's bouncing. It could come back up, right? Find some resistance and then push back down. Maybe we'll see a double bottom, or it will continue making lower lows. So if you're in a sell or you're in a buy, I'm not in anything right now. I'm going to do analysis, okay? So welcome everyone on Zoom. Thanks everyone for joining. Sergio, welcome. Country Cousin, my man, welcome. Thank you for joining. Bruce, welcome. Alex, thank you for joining. Question, when price hits a POI or zone of control and then it retests, when should you wait for the candle to close in it versus waiting for it to tap the zone? If tapping the zone is if you're using a pending order, that's what it is. It taps the zone and rejects out of there. Those could be pending orders. If you're a trader that uses pending orders, I would place them in those zones. If you're not using pending orders, then wait for the body to show confirmation. Wait for it to come in there, maybe reject out, close above or below the zone, look for a retest, and go from there. But there's two styles of traders. Some traders use pending orders and they place them in those zones. And then there's other traders like myself who I don't really use pending orders because I'm live trading. I'm always at the charts when I'm trading. I'm looking at the price action. However, if I wanted to set it and forget it, I could do my top-down analysis, figure out some zones, and have pending orders in there with the appropriate risk management and the appropriate stop-loss placement through buy stop, sell stop, buy limits, sell limits, so on and so forth, okay? Simon, welcome. Thank you. US30 did the same thing to you. It happened, Simon. All we can do is learn from it, okay? So just learn. Like I just learned maybe to open up the stop loss just a little more below that where I had it or where you had it, and then just decrease your size just a little bit to make up for that difference. And that's basically it. And then continue to monitor it. And then you might see that you're still targeting the trades. However, Simon, did you have the right intentions? Did the trade go in your intended direction? Just because you got stopped out doesn't mean then the next thing is you had the right direction, you had the right bias. It's just now we got to tweak our stop loss. That's all. But you had the correct direction. So that's one aspect of trading. Let's try and get the bias first, and then we can start to correct the stop loss placement, things like that. Straight to TP after tapping the BE. That happens to me as well. So then there's rules with break even. Maybe don't go directly to a break even. Maybe give it some room to breathe or slowly move your stop loss. But sometimes that happens to me too here on these live sessions. I go up 50, 60, 70 pips, and then I go right to a break even. Then it comes right back down, taps my break even, and then moves to a 100 pip profit. It happens. It's just continue learning, okay? Everybody, this goes for everybody on the call. Just continue learning, journal, learn. journal, learn, because then your next setup, you're going to learn, okay, I did that last time, I learned from that. I did this last time, I learned from it. Then you're going to start to perfect this model, and then you're going to have your go-to strategy, and then you can tweak it here and there. But at least you'll have a solid, concrete style to go off of, a nice little blueprint. Okay, guys, let's get started. Thanks everyone on Zoom. I appreciate you guys, and everyone on YouTube. Thank you guys for joining. Over 200 viewers. Please hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Thanks everyone who's on YouTube. JK, welcome. Tony Gold, thank you for joining. Batia, welcome. Thank you guys, everybody. Fish Planet, welcome. Let's get started, guys. Always got to learn and improve. Everybody, every single day has to learn and improve. Ahmet, Pashindetia, welcome, Shipe. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Okay, guys. Again, just hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to talk maybe fast, so try and pay attention with me. I'm going to do a top-down analysis, starting with the daily on gold, XAUUSD on the daily. So remember this consolidation zone we've been looking at for the past almost 3 weeks now. Are we still in the zone? We're basically still in this zone. Yesterday it closed below, but you see it didn't open and continue moving down bearish, filling those wicks, and we have a blue daily candle coming back up, getting rejected. So we're moving sideways going into NFP tomorrow. So we're still bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, and we're still inside here, okay? So it hasn't really made a move as of yet. It's still in this accumulation range, and nothing has been redistributed. Okay, so just some key zones and everything to note and talk about, points of interest and zones. There's our all-time high at 5,600, psychological number on the dot of gold. You see how we've been moving away from it. There was a lower high, there's a lower high, there's a lower high, and there's a lower high, and today is a lower high. So we are moving away from the all-time high supply, okay? And then we can figure out like our range from the all-time high supply all the way down to this 4,100 daily point of interest. Now, what I want to focus on is more of this zone in here. Okay, so we have a top up here. There's a pivot right here. 4,840. You can see we have a body, a body, a body, and a body, and we've got some impulse wicks above. So that's where I would create a zone right there. I make it red to illustrate sellers, offers, resistance, supply, whatever you want to call it. And I stretch it into the future, and I can add an alert at that point of interest, and I can patiently wait for the volume to eventually come up here. If it does, then I will be alerted, and maybe I can sell down with those sellers. If it closes above, then I can buy the retest with the buyers, okay? But it will give me an alert at this location, at this zone, where we can see what has happened here in the past, okay? Can we do the same for a supporting zone right here? Here we have a body, and a wick, and you can see we have the zone. If you look back here in October was the previous all-time high for gold when we traded in there for multiple days, and you see it got rejected. And if I stretch that zone into the future, right over here, the end of December of 2025, we closed above it, and that's when we can change the zone to green, stretch it into the future, and continue. Then I can see right there was a double bottom with a big liquidity grab wick. So that's a nice A+ setup on any time frame. That's what I was talking about on the 5 minutes. If you see this type of setup, take a screenshot of it and know that, add it to your playbook. Now, when we're stretching this in the future, I can see right there last Thursday we came down, tapped right in, and you see, Simon, this is where it tapped. It came in there, it picked up all those pending orders sitting right there, and it came, executed them, and went right back up, okay? And I'm stretching the green zone into the future because we might be coming back into it today, tomorrow, or next week. We're almost back down into here, okay? You can see from like the red zone here, we are sloping down if you want to draw a trend line pushing down. You can see we are descending. It's like an airplane when it's coming down, it's descending, right? I can keep the trend line yellow because I base this trend line off of the daily analysis. So if the daily candles come back up or any volume comes back up to this yellow line, I know it's the daily trend line. Then what I look for is maybe a rejection, maybe I look for a break, maybe I look for a retest of it, and then to continue to move up here. But we are trending down, so this is a descending triangle. It's got the flat supporting bottom with the descending motion. And we can see the volume is making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and it has that lower low right there, but we do not have any new lower lows in the market yet. Okay, so now let's focus on more this volume in here. Okay, there's a point of interest right up here. You see I have a body, then I have a wick, a wick, a wick, a wick, and a wick. So at this location, I can see how I'm consolidating the volume down, and I'm making a zone right at this location. So stretching that into the future. And I can add an alert at this yellow line, 4,570, add an alert here. So you see what I'm doing? I'm working my way from the top down. That's what a top-down analysis is. You see, I have all the way from up here, I have the all-time high, then I got this zone is still intact, and then I have, you see here, it's a hidden zone right in about 50% of the bigger red and green block. We've got this order block in the market, okay? And I can continue to stretch that into the future, and I've got an alert set up if it ever gets up there, and we're right at that trend line, okay? Now, do we have a supporting level? Let's do what we got so far today. We had a close yesterday and an open today. So I know my opening balance is 4,433. And I can see if I follow yesterday's volume, it opened, it was bullish. It did not do its job filling the Tuesday's wick. And then the sellers took control and they filled Tuesday's wick, they filled Monday, so we had a new weekly low. We pushed all the way down and we closed right there, okay? And then we opened right there, and we were initially bearish at open where it was black, black, black. It filled the wick, but there's this big wick that's left behind on Thursday where the buyers stepped in pretty aggressively, came back up to the opening balance. So that's a higher low. So it's still holding some sort of daily support. And it came up blue, 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 blue. And you see when we got up to these points of interest where the bearish candle opened, let's place a yellow line there. So you see how I'm really consolidating the daily volume now. And I see the buyers were strong. They came up there, they filled yesterday's wick, and they created a new high up to there. So that's our highest point of the day right there. That's our purple high, 4,515. And I can see it's still lower than Tuesday. It's still lower than this opening selling candle. It's still lower than our zone. So it is considered a lower high. And then there was offers, sellers pushing it back down, that big blue candle. And this is where we're trading at right now. So if we continue to push down, let's see what will happen right here, where we've got a body and a body at 4455. Okay, so you see I'm adding a yellow line right there. And if we get down there, that could be the support holding to take us back up. If we lose this, then the sellers might have the momentum to continue to push down, right? And let's just mark up our low of the day as well, okay? So you guys are following me? That's daily analysis. I try to consolidate it down as much as I can. And when we look at the overall bigger picture, we're at an area where it could be another bottom. What I mean is it came down there. There's a big bottom. There's our big neckline, like a V recovery. Now you see it's starting to shape as a W. Now we have the next leg coming down. So this is where the double bottom is, around this green box. So if it continues to come down in here, traditionally we're looking for it to continue to break out of this big red and come all the way back up and then break out. But you know, we could continue to fill this and drop. And then we look for a liquidity grab. We look for a fake out, or if it closes black below there, then the sellers are in control and we could continue to sell even further down, okay? So what I do now is I move off of the daily. I've got my analysis, got some alerts. I now move to the smaller increments. I go into the 1H now. So these are the hourly candles, how they're trading in my daily grid with the yellow lines, the trend line, the highest point of the day, the lowest point of the day, and how we're trading. So the hourly candles right over here were quite choppy. You can see on Wednesday, trading sideways, started to open up as we headed into the late nights. Wednesday, midnight, started to open up. And then we saw come down, find some support, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and then 7 a.m., big move, very bullish at 7 a.m. That's when we hit the highest point of the day. And now what I say is, do the candles do their jobs? Like, look, the next hour opened up and it was blue. Did it fill that highest point wick and continue go up? The answer is no. And then it came back down. It tested about 50% of the volume, came back and closed. Then at 9 a.m., it was bullish. Look, blue. And it got right up there again to the highest point of the day. And you see, it did not do its job. Do you guys understand when I say a candle? Every single candle has a job. Every candle that opens on any time frame has a job to continue to do or beat the previous candle. And you see the buyers failed. So what I do here now is I draw like a zone right there on the hourly to show me that that's where the hourly sellers are. They were there this hour, that hour, and that hour. So if we ever come back up there, this could be a double top on the hourly. See, it's one top is already established. Let's say we find a neckline right here and then it comes back up here. That's where it could be the double top and then the bigger drop, right? We've already seen one top. So now we establish that there could be a second top. So I draw like a zone from the bodies. If you don't want your zone that big, you could be right in there, but you see how small it is? So I just kind of drag it down to that next body right there and stretch it into the future, okay? So you see, for it to come back in there, we still have to break above this yellow daily point of interest. So it's still a lot of work that the buyers have to do to get it back up there. Now the sellers are technically in control from the last 3 hours, from 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and 10 a.m. This is a big black candle, but it's not a structural candle because you see it came down where it was engulfing all of this. See this hourly pivot right here? If I draw a white line, maybe you'll clearly see it here. See where there's a body, and a wick? See that black candle? It did break, but if it closed down there, we would have closed below all of that structure. That would have been a perfect candle then to cut in half and find your point of control. But you see when it came down there, it went back up and the volume still closed above here. I get that question a lot, so I hope this clarifies it for everybody when I'm talking about a structural candle. This would have been a structural candle had it closed at the lowest point because it would have engulfed everything here to the left. But this one came down, closed right there. So I'm not going to treat it as a structural candle, but what we can do is we can still cut it in half. So how do I do that? We can guess how to cut in half. We can guess from the opening to the closing. That's about halfway. If you don't want to guess, I don't suggest you should guess. Grab your Fibonacci tool and it will do the work exactly for you. See right there, the opening price, closing price. I don't do the wicks, okay? That's just my style. I don't do the full range. I do the body of the volume. The volume is more important than the range. Okay, and so what I did was I dragged my Fibonacci from the open to the close. You see, Ron was spot on. Right on. You see where I guessed the white line? It is right overlapping the 0.5, 4,480. Okay. So if we do come back up blue, we're going to come into blue, let's say right there, 50% of that, and the sellers could push it back down. If we close above that, like I'm saying on the 30-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute, 1-minute candles, if it closes above, we could make this white line 4480 support to get us back up to 4490, that daily point of interest. And if we break it, then you know we're coming into that zone and right to the highest point of the day where those hourly sellers are protecting the highest point of the day, okay? So does that make sense now? Because I'm going to go now even smaller increments. I'm going to go into the 5 minutes. So you see right now, if I was looking how the hourly volume was consolidating, we were consolidating right in here. So I have a left shoulder where it was blue, black for multiple hours, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 hours. And then you see at 7 a.m., they broke it out and it came right back in. And look at where we're trading. We're trading right back in the consolidated zone. So it looks like a fake out. It just broke out at 7 a.m. and then it came right back down. And we're right back in here. And this is a pattern that you guys know. This is a left shoulder. There's your head. And we're right back in the right shoulder. So this has a high probability of left shoulder, the head that broke out, and we're right back in the right shoulder, and maybe we're going to continue to move down and push down. That's your typical head and shoulder pattern. Does it always happen? No, but it's got high probabilities that it will continue to go down. So what we got to see is some volume, maybe closing below 4460 below here, so that we can take out that daily point of interest and start to drop down, okay? But it could find support here, and then we make our way back up. But at least we have some resistance points if we come back up, okay? Now, I'm going into the 5 minutes, so stick with me from the daily, hourly, right into the 5 minutes. Now you see how everything developed. I know maybe you guys were already trading this, but this is a double top on the 5 minutes. The 5 minutes came up. There's our neckline. It came right back up. There's your double top. There's the drop. There's the volume closing below this point, and then your drop right there. And you see we're trying to come back up, but now we've got, I'm going to do the 5 minutes for you guys. Watch now. Okay. So you see, I'm focusing on our 5 minute volume. You see where it just came up. There was a 5 minute pivot right there in the market. 4474, 4475. I would drag it right up to, you see where that bearish body opened, and then you see how it's lined up perfectly with that wick and right here. So I've got now a 5 minute zone of resistance right here. Okay, so for the short-term buyers, we got to continue to break it above here and close above here, and maybe we can push up to that hourly resistance at 4480, and then our daily resistance is 4490. Okay, so far we've got a nice little supporting bottom right here at the hourly. So you see the 5 minute impulsively broke down, and if you sold right before it closed, you went in on impulse, then it got a rejection and it came back up and closed right there. Next 5 minute candle, again 1055 was bearish, came down black, higher low, came back up and closed, and then now it's retesting. Look, closed body, open body, retest, and we're pushing right back up. So I have a little bit of a green 5 minute zone right there, and you see where we're trading now. We're in, and then what I can do too to back test is go backwards and see how that zone was support right there, green. There's where it was red, and I can continue to go backwards and see how it traded at these zones. If I go with this one backwards, oh man, if you're trading at 4 a.m., that was nasty in there on those 5 minutes, but it accumulated and continued to go out. Okay, so these are now points of interest. So we're trading at the neckline on the 5 minutes, where we've been on a trend coming down. Does that help, guys? Does that make sense what we're looking at right now? So I add indicators now to complement everything I've done on my chart. So I add now a 9 EMA. There's your 9 EMA green line. We're below it. We are still below it. We don't have any blue volume closing above it. We are below it. I add a higher time frame EMA, the 200. We're right at the 200 as well. So the 200 and the 9 EMA, the volume is still below it. It is still considered to be bearish. We got to get blue volume to close above the 9 and the 200 to create support so that we can move up higher. Right now, it's getting rejected at this point. And then finally, the SST daily bar indicator. It's free with if you join that 50% off premium plan. You get all the trade signals, trade ideas, indicators, education, the Discord, all of the private Zooms with myself and Dave. And here it is. For Sergio yesterday, he requested that we put it on the 15 minute. So it's on the 15 minute right now. Okay. So you see it came in here, got rejected and pushing down. 2 more minutes to go into the close. I'm just going to check. We just started 11:30 right now. I'm just checking my spreads. Just give me a moment. Just got to get situated here. Half pip spread. I like that. That's where I want to be around trading gold. And we could be pushing down all the way down to the green box, or it could be building some higher low support and hanging around up here. Okay. So we're going to hold off. We're just going to watch here for a bit. I'm going to do NASDAQ in just a little bit. Okay. Let's just stick with gold for 15, 20 more minutes until I do NASDAQ. Unless we consolidate here, I'll do NASDAQ. Any questions, guys? Pretty straightforward. You see now I've got my top-down analysis and I don't need to change. I can leave all these levels going into NFP tomorrow. So if gold starts trading down here, I got all my interest points. I have everything ready, like a grid map. And I can use these as static lines. All I do is I watch and see, will the volume close above? Can I flip that green? Then if it moves up there, I measure, right? Guys, I like to use my measuring tool so I know exactly. If I go on a buy, this is where we know what we're doing. If I go on a buy, I know it's a $6 move just to fill blue volume up to that white resistance, and that's 60 pips, right? If it continues to push to that daily point of interest, then it turns into 150 pips. But we have to respect the higher time frame. We have to respect the yellow line because that's a daily point of interest. So what I mean by respecting it is we got to do something there. We can either take a stop loss and go to break even. You can trail your winnings behind. You can take partials. I'm a big fan of taking partials out of the market and leaving runners running. I like to secure money while I'm trading. Constanta, getting this high-level analysis explanation feels illegal. Yes, it does. I'm going to be honest with you. We're giving you guys the sauce right now. And yeah, it should be illegal, but all it costs is a subscribe on YouTube and like the channel, okay? And it's perfectly legal. And that reminds me about legalities here. A disclaimer. Let me just get a disclaimer over here. So this is our disclaimer, since you guys reminded me, and a shout out to our legal sponsor right over here. You see this big container of weed I got over here? Some perfect buds over here. This is OG Funk over here from our sponsors at 24/7 Kush. They just are down the street from me, and these guys keep us laced every single day so Ron and Dave can stay focused. And we have, they sent me this big jar right over here with Quad A sativa right over here, 30%. If you guys would like a joint, you hit me up and we got you. So that's a disclaimer. Just put it out there. Thank you to our sponsors. Okay, so it's still building. Is anyone in a buy? Is anyone in a sell right now? Or sidelines? That's normally what we ask to see how everyone's doing. What's everyone's bias right now? Got to remember, yes, it's moving up right now, but if you're in a buy, you're counter trading against, selling pressure. So you still have to acknowledge that there's a big uphill battle to come back up. So it's a perfect buy scalp. If you're in, it's nice, but just a reminder that there's a lot of resistance, right? You got some points of interest. Let's see if the buyers can, first of all, close above here and get the volume above the 9 and the 200 EMA, and maybe we can continue to push forward. Okay, so this candle's closing in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Tomorrow's NFP is going to be really exciting, guys. I hope you guys can all join us. So we're going to kick it off around 7 a.m. Eastern so that we can do a nice analysis, get ready for COMEX, get ready for NFP, and then we'll do probably US30 or NASDAQ going into Wall Street as well. So tomorrow's we're gonna wrap up this week. Exciting, guys. I love right now being on YouTube at this time because we're steady, staying with this. And we're going to do this throughout the entire summer, guys. So all of the month of June, July, and August, going into Labor Day, September. Dave will be doing New York, and I will be doing Mondays and potentially Fridays, New York, early. And Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll be coming in after Dave for the post New Yorks, okay? I know I used to do like 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there of Tokyo and things like that, but I really want to focus on New York for this summer because we're going to do some private stock and options education as well and continue learning, guys. It's a great time to learn, especially in the summer months of the markets, because you really want to get all educated up for September, because when September rolls around, the markets, they just get like injected with liquidity come September, October, November, and then that December Santa Claus rally, then we close off the year and we run into a new year. So this is a great time if you're a beginner or you're still struggling as a trader. This is a good time during the summer to perfect your skill, continue learning, and get ready for the much better trading volume coming September. And it's the midterms also, Dom, you're absolutely correct, November. So the midterm elections can affect the way how the stock market moves as well. So lots of excitement coming up. Okay, so we got a nice bullish candle. Is this going to be our first bullish candle closing above? Beautiful candle, right? So we found a good supporting level right here at 4463. Nice move coming up. So if this closes above, I'm making the red zone green, okay? Maybe for a pullback into here. But notice how it's closing right at the highest point. So it could open ignited and just continue filling that little wick and continue to go. If it doesn't fill that wick, then it's going to come down. So look at what I'm doing now. Red to green, right? And then we got now our EMAs potentially crossing over, the 9 crossing above the 200. That's considered a golden crossover, and it could continue to move up. Okay, so this is a clue. Remember what I told you. See how small that little wick is on that blue candle? Tell me, everyone on the call right now, how did this candle not fill that little tiny wick and continue to go up, right? So that's manipulation in the market, okay? I don't like to use that word too much, manipulation, because some people take advantage of that word. Everything is manipulated. Well, that is where manipulation is happening. You see how it did not break that, and now we're coming right down for the retest. So now we're going to see, is it going to hold in here, or is it going to just be a fake out candle, a big black candle coming in, engulfing and closing below here, and then continue to push down? So this is what we got to watch for. Is this either going to be a retest, or is it going to catch a wick somewhere in here and come back up? Or is this going to be a big bearish black candle coming down and closing below here, then that green to red zone, and then we push back down, and this is a fake out, okay? So this is what we got to watch in here. But I want everyone to understand how that candle did not break that high. When all of that volume, like just measure the range or of the candle and ask yourself, that the low to the high, that is a 63 pip candle, right? How did it not just open and just take out the wick, which is like 2 pips, and create a new high? Because the sellers now have established a block, a wall of orders saying it is not going any higher than this, okay? So now it's coming into, this is what we call the retest. So we want to see now with that confirmed candle, are the pending orders here picking up the retest? Or these sellers going to continue to just cut through this like a knife with butter, and we'll see, okay? So, and this is half the candle has expired. We still have 2.5 more minutes to go, okay? So you're learning right now that that was a confirmed candle with volume that closed. However, we did not have that continuation because they're manipulating it to come back down to retest this location. Good morning, Emmanuel. Welcome. FU candle. If it closes engulfed, that is an FU candle. Yep. Then we could probably sell the leg coming right back down. Guys, amazing. Thank you so much to everyone on YouTube. I'm like, I can't believe how many viewers we're getting. The subscribes, we're getting like 300 yesterday and the day before. So it's amazing. We're meeting a lot of new traders who don't even know who Stock Sniper Trading is. So all I ask from you guys is just please stop spamming the chat. Okay, I'm going to say this very nicely. Stop spamming. I can read what you're saying. I can read it. There's someone spamming that. It just doesn't stop. We're having a good conversation with the chat right now, but all I see is you saying, hello, sir, I'm from India. Can you teach me structure, mapping, and SMC concept? No, we're learning this concept right now, okay? You want to learn SMC? Go Google it. Right now, we're learning the SST concepts. So, and stop spamming, okay? Because I don't want to have to put you on timeout. I respect you. You're from India. Relax. Okay, now look at the bearish candle. We're closing in 60 seconds. Now we're coming all the way potentially where this big bullish candle opened. And I know it's frustrating for buyers. Believe me, I know I trade, guys. I know what it is. I get frustrated too. Remember yesterday? I was in the similar situation with this NASDAQ right here. Remember I bought this candle right here. This was my trade yesterday. I bought that and I had my stop loss right below that bullish ignited candle. And when it came back down for the retest, it didn't hold up and go up for that leg. So it came back down for the second bottom. That's where I got stopped out, then it ran. So we're seeing very similar. See this candle, and now it's a bearish engulfing candle coming down. If it closes below here, the green goes to red, and then this is a fake out of the buyers up here. And it could potentially continue to push down unless the buyers continue to accumulate in this green zone and bring it back up. So if it closes in the green zone, it's still green, okay? See how it came down with these lows, came in and closed. So it's still a green zone. I'm not changing it red until a black candle closes below. So another black candle just opened, came down, caught a wick. Let's see if the candle opens up blue and comes back up. If it's coming down, it could now have an impulse move pushing down. I'm going to wait for confirmation because it could just come down, catch a wick, and come right back up. If this black candle closes below, then I'm going to make it red. That's what I mean. It could just come down, catch a wick, and go back in. So right now, there's a little bit of volatility in the market, and SST stands for Stock Sniper Trading. But this so far is a little bit of a fake out. But if the buyers can continue to pick it up, we could come back up and close above, and then maybe we continue to buy and then take that out, and then we drive further up. But we got to see what type of orders are picking up from below here. Okay, so it came down. That's what I mean. I do not change the zone until it confirms me a black candle closing down. So it came down, but the buyers are picking it right back up. Now it's coming up as a hammer candle in the green zone. So it's still accumulating all of these orders. Hit the likes, guys. Let's see if we can get this up to 99,000. Oh my God. Then we're 1,000 away from the 100,000, and we can get that silver play button. Then all of my life accomplishments are done. I'm just joking. I didn't even know about a play button until my kids told me about it. So we're basically barcoding. We got blue, black, and blue. Sorry, guys, I almost choked on some water. It went down the wrong tube. Will I take a trade today? We will see. We will see. God knows. God willing, we'll take a trade. We come on here to analyze and trade, okay? But I don't like to rush a trade just because someone is asking me, Ron, take a trade. The trade will come naturally. You saw yesterday we took a trade. The day before that, 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 we took a trade. The month before that, we took a trade. The year before that, we took a trade. We've been here 6 years live trading with you guys. We'll take a trade. All I ask is you trade with proper risk management. That's it. Because I change the way how I trade on these calls. Like that trade yesterday, guys, I'm concerned about you guys because I know some of you guys over leverage. I should have technically placed my stop loss below that wick. I didn't. I was trying to be cute with my stop loss, and I got tapped out and it ran 100 pips. So I always have it in the back of my mind, you guys, always blowing up accounts. So stop doing that and let's trade properly. If we got to give it some room to breathe, we got to give it some room to breathe. Just these barcoding candles alone measure, these are 70 pip candles. Okay. So if you're trading with 100 pip stop loss, I know someone's going to say, holy shit, Ron, 100 pip stop loss, that's a lot. But just these candles, or the range of these 3 candles are about 60 to 70 pips. So even if you're trading with 100 pip stop loss, it's not that big. I know traders that trade with 200, 300, 400, 500 pip stop loss. I don't do that. I'm in a smaller range, but speaking about barbecue, I am having a barbecue after this call. I bought the big bear claw burgers from Costco. My kids love those. And they're like, you gotta make those right when they get home from school today. So right after this, guys, I'm gonna go make some bear claw burgers, cheeseburgers, some onions, lettuce, tomatoes, ketchup, all of that. You guys are welcome to come by, have some burgers. We'll talk pips. We'll talk about the markets. Okay, so you see, we are now still consolidating inside here. Could be creating a bull flag to continue breakout. We have a 5-minute uptrend ascending. Okay, so it's like when a plane is going up in the air, it's making higher lows, and we have an ignited candle opened up here. Should we go for a buy right now? We came back in, we're above the green box, it's ignited. Would you like to go for a buy now? Or should we wait for a new higher high to print? Okay, I'm asking you guys, because we're still in this consolidated range right here, but we're back above the green zone. 15-minute candle looks good. We created a new high. I'm going to take a buy. I'm going to go in. Okay, so you see, I took a trade. I'm in a buy. It came back in above here, closed. It's ignited, and we have a nice 15-minute candle that, let's see if it can continue to create some highs and get out of here. Maybe we can test our hourly resistance, 44.80, and maybe have a strong move going into the momentum of the new hour, okay? So I will be targeting to see if we can get up to that daily point of interest. Stop loss, okay? So I could keep my stop loss really tight right below this wick of this candle, right? Some people will say, Ron, that's too tight. You got to open it up. I could have my stop loss right below 44.70, and maybe the trade will have an impulse breakout and I go directly right in profit. If I risk that much, I'm risking 60 pips, okay? If I want to now put it below that wick of that candle, then you see where I'm putting it. If I want to go in the green zone, what if it's a double bottom like yesterday, right? What if it's a double bottom, I get tapped out and it goes. Remember what I was saying with NASDAQ, I can be, but then someone will say, Ron, that's a huge stop loss, right? But that's why I'm always considering you guys. So you guys consider where you're going to place your stop loss, right? You're trading with your own risk, different risk. But we have an impulse breakout happening right now, okay? So it's impulsively breaking out, creating a new high. That's 25 pips, right? Sometimes I just like to pip and dip right out of that before it even closes, 25, 30, 40 pips. But if it gets up to that hourly, we could be moving 50 pips, maybe with this candle, or we need an additional candle to help us out. But the bigger target would be 100 plus up there. We got to watch how this thing will close. Okay, but we got higher highs and higher lows. Good volume on our 15-minute candle. I didn't do NASDAQ yet, but we should. I'll do a top down and just after noon. Let's just see how gold moves, and then I'll do a top down on NASDAQ as well. Let's see where we can close. I would like for this 5-minute candle to close above this structure right here. I would really love if the candle could close above that hourly. But we got to wait and see in the next 1 minute. So it is pushing through here. One hour is closing in 6 minutes. Yes. So we can take a look also at the hourly. Remember, we're coming up on this hour, but that's why I have marked off that hourly white line, because that's where it was the point of interest, cutting it in half. So we could be coming right into that. And the next hour, they could bring us right back down. And that's where it could barcode black, blue. Next hour could come down black. However, if we close strong, we could maybe get one more push on the next hour to maybe fill a little bit more of this black candle behind, right? So we have a nice hourly candle. It's got a higher low off of the previous hour, but we're going against a massive bearish hourly candle. That's this, all of this behind us. Okay, here's the close. Good close. We closed above. So let's see if we can remember this, the resistance, if it can be support right now. Can we get a wick right now? Good wick. So can we hold that wick? Continue, come up, fill this wick, and then we're driving to that hourly white line. So can we continue to hold this red line, which was resistance right there? We closed above it. Can we temporarily make it into support right now? If we don't, then we're going to come back down to test 50% of the blue candle. That's my entry. If that can't hold, it's going to look very similar to this, where the black candle will come all the way back down and then test the green box. Right? And then we got to look for a higher low. We're starting to see the 9 EMA starting to move above the 200 EMA. So that's the golden crossover technically happening below us, but we're in prior to it happening. Samuel, hi, how are you? It is bearish ignited. Good. Yeah, you guys are, yep, you know your stuff. This is a bearish ignited candle, the way how it opened. So it didn't open blue and go fill that wick. So sellers are stepping in and pushing it down. Okay. So that's why we got to see if we can find some support, pick up some pending orders, come back up, flip this bearish ignited candle into a pin bar, bullish pin bar or a hammer, and fill that wick and drive. But right now, lots of selling pressure holding this move down right prior to going into the new hourly candle. But if we can hold support here, we might have good follow through in the next hour. But a lot of funny thing happens at noon too, okay? It's a new hourly candle, 12 p.m. Eastern. It's a funny candle. It's a funny transition. So lots of things happen at that time. Guys, we have almost 1,000 viewers on the stream. Thank you guys so much. It's amazing. Please hit the likes and subscribe to the channel. Amazing. Let's see if we can hit 99,000 today. It would be unbelievable if we can do that. And it would be the cherry on the cake if we can get to a nice TP as well. Okay, so we're holding good support. We got a higher low wick, which is good. I would have rather liked it to be exactly right at the red line, but still, it came down. We're good. Now we flip the candle. So that ZTF, that bearish ignited candle that you talked about, you were correct when it opened, but now we flipped it. That's the pin bar we turned it into. But you see, we still failed to come up and fill that wick. So it's still technically a lower high and the sellers are pushing it down. This is where we get the indecision. This is where it's a pin bar, spin top candle, where it's just going up and down, but we did not create that new higher high. So it's still technically sellers are here and pushing it back down. Now we're coming into less than 2 minutes to go into the close. And you see now the sellers are aggressively pushing it back down. So that was an opportunity we had to take that out and continue to drive, and we failed. We failed right there so far. And then the candle came deeper down. We picked up our buyers, and we could be now. But this is what indecision is. Buyers are buying, sellers are selling. Buyers are buying, sellers are selling. And the price action is just moving sideways, right? So maybe we're consolidating up here. Maybe we'll get a push at noon. However, if it closes bearish, then it could be one more push down coming in at noon. And we're counter trading against the overall trend. So it's not easy to break, but when we do, it could have a nice squeeze through here. We're still in the money, so things are still good. $44.80 is the hourly resistance, okay? And then up here, $44.90 is the daily point of interest resistance. Okay, so here's the close, and we're going into noon, so be ready, guys. It could be very volatile. Okay, here's the close. It closed. Okay, how are we opening? Bullish. Okay, it flashed blue. Bullish ignited candle. Can we barcode up here? Can it be blue, black, blue with that bullish ignited open? Can it continue to fill? And then we got to fill those wicks and then break out of here. So it's nice bullish ignited. We got the continuation. This might be a nice Tetris piece. Beautiful. Big bullish candle. We have the inside black bar. We opened bullish ignited. That's exactly what I wanted. That's the open I wanted. But again, we failed to fill those wicks. So the buyers, we failed to do our job. And now we just lost our open. It created that black candle. You saw the open. Now, can it refuel itself? No. Now the sellers have rejected it and turned to a shooting star. So they have the upper hand. You see, guys, how we failed 3 times to create a high. Right there, there, and there. So we failed. We had the nice open to do it. Now the candle flipped back down. So we're testing again. 50% of that blue candle. If it can't hold, then we're going to come back deeper down into the blue box. Okay, but that's a clue, guys, how it opened bullish ignited. We had our move, but you see how it failed. It failed to fill those 2 wicks. And then the sellers now step in and push it down. But we're getting good support still at the 50% of the bullish candle, my entry point right there. So can it still hold? Can we flag in here to continue to break out? Or sellers will bring it down, back down, and then we test the trend line or the green box down in here. Okay, so let's see if we can hold up here and continue driving. Okay, so again, we're getting indecision. You know, when it opened, bullish ignited, it was blue, 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 failed to go higher. Then the sellers stepped in, came down. Then the buyers came in. We're back to the opening balance, coming back up. This is sideways. We're in this range. Where we were consolidating down there, now we're consolidating right here. We could still have a bull flag breakout. Guys, relax with the spamming on YouTube. Please relax. Okay, so you see it came back up there again and we failed again to break, okay? So the sellers are there. They're holding it down at 44.79, 44.80. 44.79, I'm sorry. 44.80 is our hourly resistance. Okay, so the candle now is 60 seconds. You see, we're still consolidating, still got some blue volume. We're still in the money, but we haven't created that new higher high. So that's a little concerning. Because when we can't create new highs, some more offers will start coming in the market and start to push this thing down. So we really got to get through there and then change up the depth of market by pushing it to that hourly resistance. But we're still struggling, still building. The candle hasn't closed, but now we're within the last 40 seconds. So I always tell all my traders, focus on the last 30 seconds, how it closes, because that could dictate the momentum going into the close and how we open on our next candle. As long as there's no manipulation, right? We can't stop that. Okay, so here's the close. Sellers are moving it into the close and they closed it right near the low. So they have all the momentum going into the close on that candle. It would have been nice if we closed blue up there, but we didn't. So you saw multiple opportunities to create those higher highs. We didn't get it, okay? So now we got to build back down in here. If this can't hold, it's coming down to test either your 9 EMA, the trend line 200 EMA, or back down into the green zone. You're very worried. Why are you very worried? If you're over leveraged, you're worried. Okay. I'm not worried. Okay. But see now how it's coming down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce my risk in the trade and I'm going to put my stop loss just below that green box. Okay. Because I'm reducing it. I see it's coming down. So I just took my stop loss from down there and I reduced it below the green box. Because someone on YouTube is getting really worried, okay? So when you get worried, I get worried. So I reduced my stop loss to right there, putting my stop loss at 4471. Not down here anymore, okay? Because I'm right back to break even. Okay, so we came down. You guys know the green line is the 9 EMA. It's finding a little support there. We haven't came back into our green zone. The buyers are still there, okay? So you guys know we got a job to do. We got to continue to drive back up to, this red line is back to the resistance. It was resistance there. It momentarily turned into support, but the black volume is below it again. So this red line 4477 is the resistance on the 5 minutes. Speak Hindi. I don't know Hindi, okay, guys? Why do you guys assume I know Hindi? I can speak to you in Albanian. I'm Albanian. No Hindi over here. Okay, good bullish candle. We still have job to do. We got to continue filling those highs. If we don't, we failed on this candle, but we take it piece by piece. Can we close with blue volume back above this red line? Then we can make it support again. Okay, so we came deeper in the depth of market, picked up our buyers. Now, are they the strong? Yes. Are they the strong buyers we need? Oh my God, I don't want to see 4 equal highs up here because then 1,000 people are going to see me smash my computer if I see like equal highs up here. Like right now, punch through. Okay, there's the punch. We got the higher high. This is the squeeze. Good. Okay, you guys know at that white line location, I already measured it, is about 40 to 50 pips. That's an hourly resistance right there. So if I show you our hourly candle, this is what's happening on the new hour at noon. We're coming right up to there to about 50% of that big black candle that was at 10 a.m. So that's a good target for 50 pips if you want. Okay, we're breaking out a little higher. Can we break out Now I look from the white line to the yellow line right there. You see right over there, there was 5 minutes trading right there where I cut it. 4485 is our next short-term target. And that would be 90 pips. That would be that right there, 5-minute support right there at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Then it turned to resistance. And now we could be coming through to target that, okay? So now you can reduce your risk, guys, if you like. That's 60 pips. I know some of you guys are gamblers. Hit the likes. Subscribe to the channel, please. If you're in the money, if you understood the assignment. Some of you guys said my trade was ass. Well, is it ass now? So I'm going to go to a break even because I know you guys are concerned if I get stopped out. So I'm at break even now, okay? So I have no risk. Break even time. Worst case scenario is the trade will come down and hit my break even. I'm okay with that, okay? I don't want to go in any drawdown or give back money to the market. But to the individual that said my trade was ass, you are the ass because I'm coming after your stop loss right now. So your stop loss is my profit right now. So you're the asshole. The trade is not ass, you're the asshole. Your stop loss is my profit. And everyone else is here. Okay, guys, again, pay attention. Short wick, pop. Okay, short wick, small pullback, shallow. We're above the hourly support. We're popping. Can we fill up now to our next desired location, that red line? That would be about 90 pips up there. Okay, if it pulls back, we're going to use the white line as our support now. Okay, so you see we bypassed this. This is a structural candle. Okay, so let me do this for you guys. This is a structural candle because we closed above an hourly position. So what we can do with this nice bullish candle right here, opening, closing, I can find now the point of control of this candle. Right there. It's right below the hourly support now. That's the point of control. If it pulls back in here, we're still okay as long as we can hold up this green zone right here. Okay, guys? But please be doing something. That's 80 pips up there. Okay? Don't leave money on the table. Guys, tomorrow's going to be fun for NFP. Make sure you join us tomorrow. Subscribe because I'm going to give you guys the link to join us tomorrow. So subscribe to this channel. Samuel, if not at break even, then question yourself, please. Yeah, I don't know. But everyone is their own, trader or risk. Because sometimes, Samuel, you know what it is? It comes down to break even. We just had this conversation. I believe it was Simon earlier. It taps our break even, then it runs. Okay, that's the thing. If you don't, then just give it. You don't have to be exactly at a break even. Remember, maybe if you want to be just below the 200 EMA, you're giving it 20 pips. 20 pips is nothing, but you're not giving it 60, 70, 80, or 100 pip stop loss. Okay. It's just reduce your risk as much as possible. We take the emotions out of the trade when we go to a break even. We have no capital at risk. See, now we're coming back down to test now the green zone. So that's that point of control. I want to see if it will hold up. We're back to that hourly now to see if we can create some support here. Okay. Trading is all about risk management. I 100% agree with you. Trading is all about risk management. Yes, I like to call myself a risk manager. I don't even tell people I'm a trader. When people ask me, Ron, are you a trader? I say, no, I'm a risk manager. I manage my risk every single day. If I can make profit, great. But I'm not blowing up accounts. I'm not losing my life savings. I'm not doing those things. But hopefully, maybe you guys scaled out a little bit. You guys don't need to listen to me. You guys can manage your profit. My job is to manage the risk, okay? Because some people like 20 pips, some people like 50, some people like 80. Everyone's different. If we're still holding for the bigger move, well, now welcome to the world of trading. It goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. As long as we're building higher low support, we could go higher, right? But we're battling against selling pressure. I showed you that hourly big bearish candle. So we did impulsively break right up to there, and now it's getting rejected. So this hourly candle can still build for the next 46 minutes, or we lose it and then we're coming back down. Then it's break even time. But if you're not at break even, then they're coming after your stop loss. Okay, so you see now, big black candle coming down. And it's closing in 30 seconds, so we have to monitor how it's closing. And a new 15-minute candle is also opening up at 12:15. Okay, so here's the close. We closed back into that green zone. It opened bullish ignited, but it's got, again, an uphill battle because now we're battling against that black candle. Look at the cut point. The cut point of that black candle is the hourly white line. See how it's very, very like strategic? If I was to measure the black volume open to the close, you see 50% exactly is the white line now. So our 5-minute volume is below the hourly resistance. We came back down. So what we have to do now is get the blue candle buyers to close it back above here. And maybe we barcode here, blue, black, blue. But if it's got a lower high, we're going to lose our opening and then we're coming down. And then I have a high probability that I'm going to get tapped out at my break even. Okay, so you see we have the bullish ignited open. We're still in the green box. That's that point of control I told you of this candle. And it's still holding. But we got to continue to get back up there. See, now we just tested the hourly resistance, white line, 4480, 4481, and then it got rejected. We have an inverted hammer candle that's continuing to refuel itself, maybe come back up and break above there, okay? So this is what we're battling right now, is this white line. If we can close above that, we can build off of it and continue to come up. Now you see it's our resistance, guys, and it's exactly 50% of that black candle. I'm telling you, it's very technical. Price action is very technical. When you understand the intricacies of trading price action, you will really appreciate individual candlesticks. I love trading 1-minute candles. I love these things, okay? I really, really enjoy these things. You can learn a lot about price action by just even watching 1-minute candles. You don't need to trade these things. You can watch them. You can see what is an indecision candle, how it closes above, how it retests, 50% of that 1-minute candle. Now it's potentially going to break. We have 3 tops up here on the 1 minutes. There's 1 top, 2 tops, 3 tops. We have another ignited bullish 1-minute candle opening. Here's the impulse break, right? And then when we're looking at it on the 5, we're coming right back up. We're barcoding. Now it's a good move. You see how everything happened in the point of control, guys? This is live. This is not back testing. I know we have 1,200 viewers on the call right now, and this is live. So I'm breaking this down candle by candle by candle prior to it even happening, okay? Because I understand price action. I'm not saying it to be cocky, but I understand price action. And you will understand price action too if you join us on a daily basis. You're going to become an expert at price action. And you will learn how to manage your risk. Okay, so we're coming right back up. Now, can we do our job as buyers, continue to fill that wick and drive? Or can we just at least close above this black body, okay? Because this is where our short-term resistance is, right here, 4482.50. How am I today? I am fantastic. How are you guys doing today? See you guys? Do you guys see how we're holding that point of control? Guys on Zoom, okay? Maybe YouTube has no idea what I'm talking about, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Did you guys see how I told you? That was a blue structural candle. It closed above all of this 5-minute garbage to the left. We closed above the hourly point of interest, yellow, white line, and I see how I figured out my Fibonacci, open, close, 50%, point of control. See how it pulled back? If you were waiting there, Simon, with a pending order, you would have got filled with zero drawdown because you're waiting in that point of control, and you would be up 40 pips right now with zero drawdown, right? Just on that blue candle alone. And look at, we're coming right back up with 1 minute to go, okay? We have a bullish ignited 15-minute candle. So if we can't create a new high and fill that wick, can we at least engulf that black body and then build again and then come through here, okay? And will the market really reward us? We'll get maybe 100 pip plus move with this for holding it in that pullback, but understanding that we had a point of control below us. Guys, please, I'm going to ask you for the third and final time. Please stop spamming. You guys are asking good questions in YouTube, but then we get stupidity. Guys, I don't speak Hindu. I'm not Indian. Stop this shit, because now I'm gonna get fucking angry. Okay? I speak English or Albanian. Broken English too some days. Okay? If you want me to speak broken English, I can speak broken English. I can speak correct English, broken English, and Albanian. I don't speak Pakistani, Indian. I don't speak that, okay? Stay focused, guys. This is where we lose focus. See, now we gotta, see, you guys are changing the market. You guys are bringing bad vibes over here. Look, it opened bearish ignited and we're coming down, okay? So we closed strong, but you see the sellers, now they're bringing it right back down. So can we hold at our hourly white line? Are we going to hold our point of control? We are now literally barcoding blue, black, blue, black. Can we continue to make higher lows and continue to break out of here? Do I speak Somali? A little bit. Uriya, Uriya. I used to play basketball with a lot of Somalis back in high school. Uriya. Huh? You see, I can speak a little bit Somali too. Where I grew up with a lot of Somalis. When we were playing basketball, you guys know when you play basketball, American 21, it was like 100 Somalis and me playing with one ball. It was fun basketball. No fouls, okay? You would get punched in the face and no foul calls. It's real basketball in the streets. If someone hit you, you got to hit them 2 times harder. That's the way how I grew up. You punch me, I'll punch you 2 times harder. You foul me, I'll foul you 2 times harder. But now I turned into a gentleman. Now I'm very, guys, look at that rejection. Look at that wick we got. We just picked up at the hourly. Perfect. Let's pop. Let's pop and drive. Let's fill, and pop through this. Let's go for 100 plus pips. And Tony and some French Canadian at sometimes. Yes. When I'm swearing, that's my French Canadian in me. Shout out to the Montreal Canadiens. Next year will be our year. You're up 150 pips. Nice. Good for you. You got in a lot lower than us, but excellent. Okay, guys, all we got to do is just pop this candle. Let's go. It was black, 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 black. Look it. We picked up higher lows, hourly support, point of control, check mark, check mark, check mark. All we got to do now is flip blue, turn into a hammer, fill that wick, and we're driving and break through this 5-minute resistance right here, 44.85, and then we can collect at least 100 pips, and then maybe we can start to scale out if you haven't already. Beautiful. There's our hammer. Drive, 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 drive. Drive, 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 drive. Oh, don't give me those equal highs right there. Do not do that to me. Right there. Equal highs, 4484.68. So they're not allowing us to collect our 100 pips. These mother effers. Matthew, that was one of my favorite movies growing up, White Man Can't Jump, with Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson. That was a great movie for all the older people on the call. White Man Can't Jump, Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson. That was a great, great movie. Am I from China? No, from Canada. But Canada could soon turn into China. If the Chinese take over, we will be the next China over here. Okay, guys, we have equal highs. I don't want to be that guy that spoils the party because I don't like equal highs because I know they're holding it down. And if they hold it down, then the next candle could be black and go down with the momentum. So we have 1 more minute, 60 seconds to break through this equal high. Otherwise, next candle could be black. So be prepared. I'm trying to warn you. Come on, let's pop this. Pop this shit, let's go. We've got our bullish pin bar. Come on, pop and drive. Let's grab 100 pips on this call. Oh, man. Am I getting greedy? Just for a few more pips here. Remember that one picture we sent when we're at $487 profit and we want 500 and then we end up with 13 bucks. So I hope that this isn't me in this situation where I'm just looking for a few more pips and then it comes all the way back down to my break even. That would be the most embarrassing live session of my life. Wow, here's the close. Okay, so we didn't pop it. Can we get a bullish ignited candle right away? No, it's black. Okay, if this is bearish ignited, I'm telling you, there could be some monkey business up here. Okay, so if it comes, at least maybe we can hold 50% of the previous candle's volume or this red line. Okay, if we can continue to consolidate here with like a doji, we could potentially pop through this. Look at our 15-minute candle. It's full of volume, ready to go. And we're coming into 12:30 in 5 minutes. Okay, so we really got to break this. I cannot stress the importance of breaking this now. Come on. Oh my God. Wow, and it's a bearish ignited candle. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys, 2 equal highs. Next candle open, bearish ignited. They're trying to push down, but we got some good support at the open of our previous blue candle. This is a hanging man candle. Okay, it's a hanging man. It's holding that ignited head, continuing to push down. Okay. We've got a good pickup again. Good pickup. Now can we pop this and start to drive? It's still the hanging man candle. They're holding it down going into 12:30 right now. Wow. My goodness. Okay, that was about 90 pips so far. But me waiting for that extra 10, the market could come right down now and punish me. So they've established those equal highs right there. I'm breaking this down. Yes, I know. Someone will say, well, Ron, why didn't you take out some profit? Yes, I know. But I was just waiting to break. So it came down. Now we tested our red line. Red line right there was the resistance turned to support, 4482.66, holding support. We are consolidating our flag right here now, where we got our equal highs. Can we pop this candle now? Can we flip it and drive another bull flag out of here and squeeze some short sellers and get our 100 plus? Can the market reward us? Or are we getting greedy? Me just looking for those 100 pips. Okay, you see, it's still coming back up, but it's the hanging man. We still have not flipped this candle, the head of the candle where it opened bearish ignited, still holding. We're coming up, we're coming up, we're coming up. We're picking up pending orders, but there's just a large offer in the market here that's holding this down. This is from the hourly. This is not from the 5 minutes. If you look at your hourly candle, this is what we're trying to break above right here. This massive point of control of this big black candle in the previous hour. Look at, we're right there. Just pop this shit. And maybe we can drive up to our yellow daily point of interest, 4490. Oh my goodness. Going right into the close of 1230. We need buyers to start asking 4485 and higher. Move stop loss to 4480. Samuel, that's a great idea. Yeah. Guys, if you want, take your stop loss now, move it right below 4480. Secure about 40, 50 pips no matter what, right? Even if it pulls back. That's a great idea, Samuel, and that's great risk management. At least you can lock in 40, 50 pips no matter what, and then see if we can continue to break out. So you're not at a break even, you're securing 40 to 50 pips, right? You could be right there at that yellow line, or sorry, white line. Okay, so we popped our ignited candle. Now we're at a bullish pin bar hammer. So you're telling me we've picked up all of this and we cannot just break these two equal high wicks? Let's see. Here's the pop. Come on, don't show me a third equal high. There's the pop. We got it. Now can we squeeze 90 pips? 100 would be right there. Okay, so we popped. We created the higher high. Now we got to watch how the volume goes into the close in the next 30 seconds. Wow, this is exciting, guys. Hit the likes, subscribe to the channel. Let's see if we can get 99. Yes, we got 99,000. Amazing, guys. We're 1,000 away from 100,000. Excellent. Okay, here's the close. So we did create a new higher high. That's important to continue the trending up. We have to do that. But then it got rejected and closing with black volume. Now we're moving into 1230. It's a new 30-minute candle, new momentum, new volatility comes into the market, new buyers, new sellers, everything. So what you can do is you can consult your 30-minute candles and see what your 30 minutes are doing. So we're following a nice 30-minute that started 11 a.m. when we started the call. 11:30, that's when we got into the trade. Nice, following another 30-minute candle. So right now, the 30-minute candles, there's the 4486 and a quarter is where it all started at 10:30, that big black candle that came down. Okay, so it could come all the way retrace back down, but you see we got some blocks to see if we can continue to hold. Okay, please, guys, secure some money, secure some profit. Samuel said, you know, move break even to right there, secure 40, 50 pips. I'm trying to educate and do some live trading as well to help you guys out. But at the end of the day, you guys have to manage your account. So please, you know, secure some money. Everyone trades different. It's stressful enough trading. It's stressful enough trying to entertain 1,200 viewers. It's not easy. But thank you for stop spamming. That helps out a lot. There's a free Telegram, guys, free Telegram. It's pinned at the top of YouTube. I suggest everybody joins this. You get all of our live links. I'll put the live link later today for our live NFP tomorrow. Trade ideas, setups, before and afters. There's a promo code SST June 50. If you want to join the team, 50% off on the premium. You get the indicators, you get the live alerts, signals, the Discord channel with all of the other snipers, and trading with Dave in live New York, and all of the education on our website, guys. Okay, so we came back down to this location. Yes, Samuel, you maybe got tapped out, but you secured some money. Okay, see me, I still have my break even. I didn't put it there, so this trade could come all the way around and chase down, but I want to see if this block will continue to hold up here. Guys, I'm sorry, I didn't get to NASDAQ. We got into this trade. I didn't get into NASDAQ yet. Am I doing another trade after this? No, that's it for today. Okay, we got to trade up to 90 pips. We're at break even. We have no risk. I think I done my job for today. Okay. We don't want to get greedy on these calls. We want to learn. We want to earn together. We want to build our accounts together. So I say on every call, with SST, we're going to win. We might lose. We might have some break evens, but we're going to learn. One thing I can guarantee on every call is we're learning, okay? I'll guarantee that. I can't guarantee wins, but I can guarantee that we're going to learn every day. We'll learn about mindset. We'll learn about psychology of trading. We'll learn about price action. We'll learn about risk management. We'll learn about speaking other languages. Okay, we'll learn a lot of things. Okay, so we're still pending at this box, got a wick, rejecting. If we can still keep volume above the white line and above the box, we can still build our way back up. Okay, good. Look, it came down into that green location, right? That's the point of control. Hourly support holding, picked up some more pending buyers that were patiently waiting down there, and it flipped back up. But the close of the candle, we got to watch how it closes. So it's still black, 15 seconds to go. And then now the sellers are coming back down with more offers, okay? So there was a good, nice rejection there, but there's just a lot of higher time frame offers in the market still pushing down. Okay, so we close now right at that hourly white line, okay? Can it continue to build here? So I see a leg going up, leg going down. Can it build support to come back up? Maybe break for a new high. Might be a double top up here and then come back down. Then if we break this, you could look for a short position coming back down right there, right? So we got to now see if we can build at the hourly and continue pushing our way back up. How many of you guys love price action? I've been saying this from day one. Price action is a skill. Once you learn, you can trade any time frame, any security, any financial market, any day of the week, anything. Okay? It's the same repetitive stuff over and over and over. I've been saying this from day one. Price action is king. Indicators are nice. They are nice. They complement your price action, right? Any indicator you add. Forex has created an unbelievable ORB indicator in the group, and it's yielding phenomenal results. But combining that with price action, like this indicator, EMAs, RSIs, like right now RSI, we're above 50. We're not overbought, we're not oversold. We're just consolidating right in the middle. MACD indicators, Bollinger Bands, Fibonacci, all of these things, like tools you can utilize in trading that can help you out, make your life easier. It's good. It's good. But number one skill is price action. Please, guys, take some time to learn price action because you will learn in real time how a candle opens, how low it goes, how high it goes, how it closes, the volatility, the momentum within the candle. Was it a fake out? Was it a liquidity grab? Equal highs, equal lows? Was it a stop hunt? Was it a fake out? All of these things you can clearly see and visually by watching the volume on a candlestick that an indicator cannot tell you, right? And we're still holding good support. We're building back up. So can we just build our new 15-minute candle and turn it bullish? And then we could potentially break through here and drive. And maybe we could get to our final target up there, 44.90, our daily point of interest. And then that would be approximately 150 pips up there. But we still have an uphill battle because we got a lower high, and lower high. So we got to continue to close strong, make new highs, build. You know, trading is a building blocks. But we got a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This could be another higher low to take us for the new higher high. 2 more minutes to go. Guys, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the subscribes, guys. This is unbelievable. Join the team here at StockSniperTrading.com. Use the code. We got free blogs available for you on our site. Lots of education, guys. If you want to learn all about what we're doing here, you can study this yourself. It's like you're going back to school and you're learning and you're learning. and it's online learning, and you join us and we'll give you the education live where you can ask questions as long as you're not spamming. And here's the free Telegram in the group for everybody. It's pinned at the top of YouTube. Join this as well. And our Discord, guys. Beautiful. The Dave sent out the signal right over here, the long on US30, 51.45, right over here. So it was pushing up, came back, got some volume closing, and now breaking out. So US30 is looking bullish. And also the buy on gold, 4472. So it came down. We were watching this level, closing volume, and now it's pushing up. So we're trying to get it a little higher up to this target. But if you need signals, trade ideas, we have it in our Discord. And also, guys, our Discord community. Let me just show you guys everyone in our commodities. We got everybody here trading as a team. Everybody is in here. So sharing charts, trading together, profits, doing great, working as a team, learning and earning from each other. So amazing. Good job, guys. I really, really respect you guys in the Discord community, guys. We are a different trading community. We are very different than your others, okay? We actually care for you. We actually respect you. We actually, if you're not understanding things, we can be tough love. We do that, right? But we want you to be learning in a respectful way. You're going to make mistakes. It's normal. You're going to over leverage at times. It's normal. You're going to screw up at sometimes. It's normal. But we got to learn from that. You got to continue learning. If you don't learn from your mistakes, you're not going to become better at anything you do. Anything in life, not just trading. If you make a mistake in life, you got to learn from it, okay? We've all made mistakes in the past. No one is perfect here. Everyone's had their mistakes in the past. And if you don't learn from it, you're going to continue committing the same mistakes over and over and over. Trading is the same thing. So guys, please just stop over leveraging. Stop over leveraging, because then you can stay emotionally attached to the trade without panicking. If you do go in some drawdown, the drawdown is managed. You can still pay attention. You see how I pay attention to price action? Whether I'm in profit, in drawdown, I still pay attention to the candlesticks because I've already allocated a mathematical percentage to how much I can lose. And when I place that, I'm okay with it. Even if I get hit, it's not the end of the world, right? For most traders, they don't do that. They risk too much, and then when it comes down there, they're panicking. I don't panic. I can hold drawdown and I don't panic because it's already pre-calculated how much I'm willing to lose on it. And if I'm okay with it, it's good to go. Let the trade play out. And then we just got to manage our profit and then control the stop loss by bringing it up to a break even, okay? So you see, we're still building here. I'll clean up the chart just a little bit. So these zones are static. You can extend these into the future. You can add an alert, like see here. If it comes back in this green zone, you see we haven't retested this. It was just that breakout, and that was the most recent pullback. So 4473, 4475, look at what I'm doing. I'm right-clicking, I'm adding an alert in there. If it comes back down there, back down in here today, I could maybe look to continue to buy it back up. If it closes below there, I could continue to sell it back down there, okay? I don't want it to come down here because I'm in a buy, I'm in the money. I don't want it to come down here, but if it does, you can add an alert. Amazing, Mikio. You made 2.3% today? Good job, good job. You have a blessed day as well. 2.3% is an unbelievable trading day. Unbelievable. We aim for 0.5 to 1%. You did fantastic. 2.3, I would take tomorrow day off. Mikio, take Friday off. Don't give it back to the market on NFP tomorrow. Just take your day off and come back with that percentage and trading next week. Guys, is there anything that you need me to explain about this trade? Is there anything that you're unsure about, unclear about? Did you understand my psychology going into the trade? Is there anything that I need to clarify to you guys? Or are we all clear on today's setup? Yesterday, I apologize. I had my stop loss too tight and I got tapped out by 3 pips and then it ran 100 pips to target. So it was my stop loss placement yesterday that got me. I should have known double bottom is traditionally a stronger bottom. I should have had it just below that 1 wick. That's it. That was my critique for yesterday. My bias was correct. I was bullish on NASDAQ, but the stop loss got me. But awesome. You recovered your loss with this trade. Excellent. So then if you recovered your loss, humor yogi, if you covered your loss, what I would do is review now. Is go back, check out your trade that you took. Why did you lose from it? Is there anything you can do to improve? Check out the trade that we just took, learn from it, and put those two together. And we basically done your journaling for today. Okay, so let's see. Are we getting any news in the market? What's going on right now? We got our speakers, okay, Bank of England, or Governor Bailey is speaking. We had some FOMC speakers, Fed's Daily speaking. What else we got? So we got some FOMC speakers right now. Okay, so you see we're failing to create higher highs again. So we got a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So we're not getting those strong. We're getting buyers interested, but we're not getting those strong new higher highs. Okay, so it's still building here at this hourly point of interest. We have a new 15-minute candle that just opened 12:45 right now. Samuel, you entered a scalp short. Nice. Yeah, you're pushing down lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Have we lost our momentum? So the market now is cooling off. We take a look at the hourly. So you see where we're struggling on the 1 hour, okay? So you see this big black candle at 10 a.m. Yeah, we're retracing back up, or we're retracing right back into, you know, the belly of the candle, that point of control inside of it, okay? And the sellers are still there offering. We made it all the way up there. They're pushing it down, but we still have some good, strong volume that could continue to push. I hope it continues to build where I don't get stopped out at break even. And then maybe get rewarded for holding this thing. Fortune favors the brave, you know, like, can it continue? So we're still holding. Hourly support is holding. Green box is holding. Now we got a good blue candle. We filled the previous high wicks. So this candle is doing its current job, filling the previous wick. Now can we fill a little bit more? Maybe advance out here. I would like to make this red line 4485. It's resistance now. If we can make this support, if we get blue volume closing above, we could get our target 4490, and I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe 4,500, psychological number up there. But we got to also factor in, we can't be naive to see that there's a double top forming up here, okay? Here's one top right now. It's established. Here's our neckline. It's the point of control and the hourly support. If we come back up, right, you see what we're doing. We need to break out of that double top. However, the double top could be right there. Then it comes back down and then we lose our point of control. We lose our hourly support. Then sellers could easily come back all the way down to here. Okay, so we're in a very difficult area where there's sellers in the market. I can show you visually with a red zone right here. This is where the selling pressure is, right here. It was those equal highs. Then we had that impulse breakout that created the higher high, but that's what signaled the sell move coming down. Now we're building up again. So there's the red box. Like that's what we got to get above, but that's that double top location as well. Okay. Guys, hit the likes. You guys bring good luck. When you hit the likes, we could maybe break through here and we get 100 plus pips. Subscribe to the channel. You're also bringing us love, luck. I believe in good karma. So thank you guys so much for this. I can't believe this. We're almost at 100,000. We're going to have to get Dave on here very, very soon. That was the deal. We get to 100,000. Dave will be on here. Thank you, me Barum. I appreciate you. Okay, guys. So unfortunately, that was a nice blue candle. Came up, filled some wicks, but you still see it's a lower high compared to everything we got going on left. 30 seconds going to close. So let's pay attention to the last 30 seconds, how I always talk about. And 10 minutes from now, we're going into 1 p.m. So we're going to have a new 1 hour candle. So maybe as our buying momentum fizzling off, and then now it's going to come down, okay? Unless we can continue to build in here, consolidate, and try for that breakout. But looks like we found where the resistance is now. So we're having a tough time breaking above this. So you see that candle was open, black, 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 came down, came back up to the opening, was blue, 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 got right up to there. Then the offers were there. They rejected it back down and we closed as a bullish spin top, basically virtually right where we opened again. But little bit of tiny volume, blue volume. We're still technically above the 90 MA. We're still technically above the hourly support white line, and we're still technically above the point of control box. But we're losing volume, right? We're not getting those big bullish candles breaking out anymore. So now when there's weakness, sellers will come in and start offering to push it back down. Should I bring out the magnet? Haven't brought it out in a while. What do you guys think? Should the heavy magnet come out? Maybe I can pull it up here. Okay, this is an indicator. It's the magnetized indicator. We're gonna pull it up. Okay, let's see if we can pull it up to our profit target. Double the magnet, Captain Boo. I think I did a double last time and then it went against us. We'll try anything. Come on. Let's see if we can pull it. Pull it up. Pull it up. Come on. We gotta. This is a new technical indicator, guys. That you put it on the candle and then you pull it up and then the volume should come up with it. Okay, it's not guaranteed, but we're trying everything right now. You have the same you have the same magnet for women. Oh man. Hopefully it's getting some good-looking women. Yeah, you don't want to have one of those magnets that attracts all of the unattractive women. Then you know it's got to send it back. You got to ask for a refund. What's our plan for gold? We pulled out the magnet. That's the plan. Okay, it looks like the party died off until we get into 1 p.m. So if you'd like to maybe secure some profit, maybe just below this wick, you can. However, if you want to ride it out, we got to ride it out. We're still in the money, still looking good, but I'm at a break even, so I have no risk. So life is good right now, but life would be really good if we can rip right through here. Like, I can't change the markets. If I could, I would. I just got to continue analyzing, seeing, are we building higher lows? What's going on? We're still just consolidating in here. See how the volume has fizzled off? Both for buyers and sellers has fizzled off. So come 1 p.m., we're going to get a lot of new volume coming in the market, and it could swing the direction of the trade. It could be favorable to us to continue to build right through here, or it could just be a big black candle that flushes, comes down, picks up all pending orders, and then maybe rips back up. Right? I'm hoping that that doesn't happen because my pending break even is sitting right down there. I hope we got enough volume accumulated to break out. We got our magnet out. Okay, we got the heavy magnet. 30-minute wick is looking nice. Let's take a look. Let's go to the 30-minute. Remember, all price action tells a story. Look at the 30-minute. So the 30-minute came back down, all the way down, retraced right into there. Perfect. Picked up higher time frame pending orders and is coming back up. So if we can flip our 30-minute candle, guys, we are continuing to drive. I would say to the yellow line this afternoon, 4490, that's a daily point of interest, and we could break even above that to psychological number 4500. You can even draw a white line right at 4500. Right there. And you see, it's the resistance of the 10 a.m. wick. Okay. We are looking good. I'm not like, we're continuing to build. Beautiful bullish candle. 3 more minutes to go, and we're going into 1 p.m. So let's just continue to bring this thing up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You see how it's working, guys? I told you. This is an exclusive indicator. Come, 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 come. See, I'm pulling it up. You see, we're market makers. We can pull the volume up with this. Come on, come on. We need it pull right up a little higher so we can break through here. Boom, we got to pull this shit up, bro. We got to pull it up because I got to go outside and cook some hamburgers. Oh, man. We got those big, thick bear claw burgers. Gonna barbecue those bad boys. Okay, so we got rejected. So the red zone it's doing its job. Like the red zone is zoning red up here. It got rejected again. That could be the start of a double top, guys. Like, I hate to be the one with bad news, but if we can't build, it could come down, get rejected, and then starting the new hour comes down into here. Maybe pick up those orders. Maybe I get hit at break even, and then it rockets right out of there. I'm hoping that that's not the situation. I'm hoping we have enough volume built that comes at 1 p.m. we can break through here. Even if there's a minor pullback, we're still holding hourly support. We got our green zone. I just want this candle to close stronger, maybe above this wick, above this wick, above that wick. Close maybe around 4,483 and a quarter would be a nice close. 1 p.m. volume surge, yeah. And then also Guys, COMEX, Commodities Exchange, opens at 8:20 a.m. Eastern daily and closes at 1:30. So in the next 30 minutes, the COMEX market, the metals exchange, will be closing as well. So then volume kind of tapers off. So if we're going to break bullish, we got to do it real soon. Got to get out of here. One more minute to go, and then we're moving into 1 p.m. Okay, so another big nasty rejection. So we lost our opening bullish volume so far. It just reloaded itself again going into close. I always mention the last 30 seconds is where all the momentum, where all the fireworks happen. So let's watch the close of this candle. Do we have a Telegram link? Yes, the Telegram link is pinned at the top of YouTube. You'll see it there. Join that. It's free. Free Telegram. Ten seconds going close. Prepare for volatility. Please, everybody, if we can prepare for volatility. Okay, so we're building it back up. Watch for gap up, gap down candles. We open. Okay, bearish ignited. That's okay. So they've shut it down right away. So it's bearish ignited, could continue come down. So we need to pick up a wick fast, pick up that higher low and come back up and break this bearish ignited candle, because this is what's happening. It got rejected in the red zone, came down, opened, bearish ignited. Now the sellers are coming down with all of the early momentum at 1 p.m. and it came right down to our hourly support where there is pending buyers waiting. They got triggered. There's a rejection wick. So can we continue to come all the way back up and break that opening balance? It's still holding. It's a hanging man candle. It's hard to break these ignited candles. It's very difficult to break them because they're sitting holding with higher time frame offers. This is the 1 p.m. offers. So it's coming back down, and potentially if we lose our hourly support, the only thing that could hold us up is this 5-minute wick right here. 4479, 4480 right here in the green zone, our point of control. There's a more visual double top, how it looks. Okay, came in, there's a neckline, there's where it tapped, and then we're opening bearish ignited, dropping. So if it fills this, it could drop further. If it closes below this green zone, then it flips red, comes back in here, then I'm going to get stopped out, right? So I need the pending buyers to continue to maintain this location. Otherwise, you see that arrow, how it can play out. So we're still holding here. We got a wick, a wick, a wick at the hourly support, 4480, 4481. What is the minimum amount for trading? Nothing. Open up a demo account, costs you nothing, zero, and learn how to trade. Okay, that's my advice for you. I get asked this question a million times a day. How much money do I have to start trading? Nothing. Open up a demo account and practice. Practice. Pretend that it's real money and learn how to trade. Then when you're comfortable, then you can deposit. Some brokers are a minimum of $50, $100. But to get started, you need at least, I'm going to say minimum $1,000. Okay. And someone says, Ron, $1,000 is a lot of money. I don't have that. Okay, then you need to be focused on a demo free account and learn how to trade. Stop focusing on how much money you need. You need to learn. First learn, then you learn how to make money. Not put money in, lose it while you're learning. Or subscribe to YouTube, follow us, and we'll help you. We'll have giveaways. We're having giveaways with a prop firm coming up very, very soon, where we're going to have multiple giveaways on the calls, and we're more than happy to give those away. Kroku, you kind of need to lose some real money to complete the learning journey, though. I completely agree. That's having skin in the game. When you lose your real money, you become stronger at this. I understand. But as a beginner, just coming out, start off with a demo and then put your money in. But I wouldn't just start day one depositing my money and then with having no clue how to trade and then lose it all. Doesn't make sense to me. Start off with a demo. When you get confidence, you get some experience, then start depositing. And even when you deposit your real money with experience, you're going to lose it. We all have. But just like Kroko was saying, it's gonna complete your journey. It's gonna when you lose your real money, it stings harder. Like you're gonna be forced to go back and learn from it. Otherwise, you're going to be continuing to lose more and more money as the days come. So we don't want to get involved in that. Okay. Learn the proper way early is my best advice to everybody on this call. Don't wait years later to say, oh, I remember what that guy said on YouTube. Start from day one. If today's your first day trading, maybe for some of you guys, it's your first actual day and like you're fascinated by, but start learning the proper way from day one. Don't do the mistakes some of us did for years and years and years. Should you enter a position now? No, not right now. We're just, because it could close below here, then start dropping. It could still hold here, and maybe we build our way back up. We're in between this red block and this green block. It's still consolidating in here. I'm consolidating in the money. I'm hoping that we can continue to break out bullish, but I understand that I'm counter trading and we've got a block in the market and we're fighting this downtrend. We're fighting everything. So when I look at the bigger picture like this, guys, this is the bigger picture. Here's the big drop. This is the V recovery. We caught half of it up to there. And this is now where the red block is. So look, guys, if we come back down, that could be a higher low. That's why I have an alert there at 4475. That could be the higher low bounce right there. If it comes down there, that could be your double bottom, right? And then could be the bigger move. And then that's the same block we need to extend into the future that we need to break to get to that daily point of interest. You see, so if I was continuing to trade this afternoon, I would just be trading from these blocks. Right now we're inside here, extend this block out. I could measure if I go into a sell from there to there. I could measure exactly knowing how much I got. And then there's the double bottom block. And this is where we're at right now. So we're still flagging in here to try and break this, but we're losing the momentum. Lower high, lower high. Bearish ignited candle open at 1 p.m. Another lower high. So this is where I'm thinking a big black candle will come down and liquidate a lot of orders. So in a situation like this, guys, I'm going to close out 80% of my trade here, okay? I'm going to do it now. Close out at 4481. I'm closing out 80%, okay? So I've just taken out 80% profit right there. It's not what I wanted, but I'm going to secure 50 pips, okay? And then I have 20% running with a break even, okay? If it continues to go, but guys, I don't want to piss away money, okay? As much as I want to hold these trades with you guys, hold them, and get the bigger reward, we have to be honest with ourselves. There is a big red block and we've got lower highs, bearish ignited candle, lower high. If it continues to build, that's what a runner is for. Utilize that mindset, utilize that psychology that Anka is trying to teach you, that it's okay to take some money out and put it in your pocket, okay? All of us on this call, there was 1,200 of us. We all want, when we get into a trade, we want the biggest profit you can imagine. Who doesn't want that? But we have to be honest with ourselves. We got to be honest with ourselves. Like we can see that the sellers are here. Even the big magnet didn't help us out in the situation. Maybe it will, after the call, continue breakthrough here. That's what the runner is for. Then my runner will be running 80 pips, 90, 100, maybe 140, right? But secure some money. It's how we grow accounts. It's the power of compounding, okay? You 50 pips here, 50 pips another trade, you got 100. Maybe you give back another 50 on a third trade, okay? But you still got 50 to work with. Then you take another profitable trade, you're at 100 again. Then you learned a mistake and you know how to recover. Then another trade, you make maybe a bigger move, 100. Now you're at 200 pips. So you can see how the power of compounding can help out. But if we're just constantly just leaving money on the table, it's not right. And then your momentum or your mindset switches. Then you get mad. Then it could force you to take a bad trade, your next trade. So 99% of trading is very psychological. If you have the right psychology, your account will complement you. If you have the wrong psychology, wrong mindset, I guarantee you'll be trading in drawdown, or you'll be having red days for a long time, okay? Because you got to get that right psychology, okay, guys? But that's it for me, guys. This call is still, this trade is still active. You guys know I closed out 80%. I got 20% at break even, okay? So tomorrow morning, guys, do not forget, 7 a.m. Eastern, we're going to start live NFP. Please be with us tomorrow. We're going to go from 7 to 10 a.m. And we appreciate everybody on today's call. Thank you guys so much. The subscribing has been unbelievable. I think we got 400 subs today. Unbelievable. We're at 99,200. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Join the team. Visit our website, stocksnipertrading.com. Join, trade with our Discord, trade with our team, trade with snipers, trade with Dave. All of our education is on here. You can learn how to do all of this at the comfort of your own home. There's all the indicators. The premium plan is 50% off. You get everything we offer, including myself and Dave here at SST. Okay, guys? We're a big, happy family here. We will help you guys. Trust us. We are guys that you can trust. We're not here to scam you. We're not here to steer you in the wrong direction. We're here to help you. We understand how it is to trade. Trading is very lonely. It can be very stressful at times, but we're here to help you guys, okay? We're always here. We're coaches, we're mentors, we're brothers. We're here for you. Join our free Telegram. It's pinned at the top of YouTube, guys. And here's our Discord. So we would love if you guys were to join the Discord, and have a great day today. I'm out. Thank you guys so much. Time to go cook those hamburgers because I am hungry. So have a great day. We'll see you guys. God bless everyone. Thank you to all the new subscribers to our channel. We appreciate you guys. We hope we've earned your respect. We hope we're giving you guys value, and we hope to see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, live NFP. 7 a.m. Eastern, guys. Have a great day, everyone on Zoom. Boom. Take care, brother. Rob, Samuel, Simon, Tony, Abdullah, Bobby, Croco. Have a good day, guys. Everybody. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Thank you guys so much.
Recording stopped.